Hello everyone, welcome to the second video in my Kids and Teens series regarding spirituality and divination. My name is Caroline. I am an intuitive healer, a spiritual advisor, a tarot reader, medium, author, and a New Earth teacher. I offer such services as tarot readings, healing sessions, astrological charts and maps. I'm also an author. I have my books listed down below, as well as other information if you're curious. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did with the major arcana. I'm going to show you the card. I want you to pause the video, write down what you think it means, and then we'll talk about the meaning behind the card and reverse. So the first card is going to be the Ace of Cups. So I'm going to put the card up on the screen, and you write down what you think it means. Okay, so the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is basically about letting go of emotional baggage. Okay, it's essentially a new start with your emotions, with love. Okay, it's saying, you know what, emotional baggage, I'm going to put you in the dumpster, and I'm going to start all over with my emotions and my love and my creativity and my intuition. I'm starting all over. It's a brand new slate. It's about being more open to friendships and opportunities. So if an opportunity comes your way saying, you know what, yeah, I'll do it. Or maybe a new person shows up at school and you're like, I'm going to be their friend. So that's basically what the Ace of Cups is. Just about new beginnings and being open, okay, to new things. So now we're going to look at the Ace of Cups reverse. And this is about being emotionally unstable. So emotionally unstable, these are people who throw temper tantrums, who get mad really easily, who cry really easily. We see a lot of this on social media, right? It's also about loss, the sense of loss. Like, kind of like, let's say you have a dog that you really love and it runs away. It's that, you know, you get sad, you get scared. It's the fear that you're missing something, okay, or you're forgetting something. And then the third, one of the other meanings is a creative block. So a creative block, if you don't know what it is, it's where, let's say your teacher says, okay, your assignment is to write a fairy tale about someone, and you're sitting at your computer and you're like this, and you're like, once upon a time, and that's where you start, and you're like, I don't know what to write. It's like I have like mud in my brain, right? That's the creative block. So next card we're going to talk about is the Two of Cups. And so I'm going to go ahead and put it up, and go ahead and pause and then write down what you think it means. So Two of Cups, it is the union of two people. Like you see on the card, you see two people with their cups of emotion. Basically, the cups are cups of emotions. Sharing their cups of emotions with each other, right? It's union of two people, coming together of two people. It could be friends, it could be a relationship, it could be family. This is about a balanced and equal partnership, give and take. You know, you give it to each other and you take from each other, and it's equal. Like, I'll get it this time, you can pay next time. You know, we'll alternate, stuff like that. And it's also about mutual love and respect for each other. Okay? So that is the Two of Cups. So when the Two of Cups is reversed, and you know, before I talk about the reverse cards, if you wanna pause the video and write down what you think the reversed part is, go ahead and do it. Just for time purposes, I'm not going to put it up and pause the video for reverse. We have the Two of Cups reversed. This is imbalance. So this imbalance is, you know, let's say you have two people, one person gives all the time and the other person takes all the time. Well, that's an imbalance, right? Because that's not fair. It's unfairness. Disconnection. Disconnection is basically when you're not on the same page about things. Let's say you have a plan and one person says, okay, we're going to go around the corner. And the other person goes around the corner, but in the wrong direction. You know, that's about not being on the same page. That's disconnection. And then we have broken. So with disconnection and broken, this is like kind of like frenemies, like, right? Like you're friends, but you're like enemies. You're not on the same page. There's kind of some kind of disconnect there. So that's the Two of Cups reversed. So now we're going to look at the Three of Cups. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up, and you go ahead, pause it, and write down what you think it is. So the Three of Cups is about spending time with friends and family. It's just about family time, friendship time. Okay, it's about reunion, again, coming together of people, of groups of people, to celebrate. It could be celebrating a party, celebrating the holidays, celebrating whatever. But it's just a coming together of a group of people, like a family reunion, like the holidays, like a birthday. That's basically what the Three of Cups means. You may also hear people talk about the Three of Cups as a third party or a karmic. So that means that it's just a third wheel in the relationship. This could be, it's a relationship or a friendship, and the Three of Cups means there's a third wheel that's butting into the relationship when they shouldn't be. So now we're going to look at the Three of Cups reversed. This is about being too busy to spend time with friends and family, about losing touch with people that you love, outgrowing people, and again with the imbalance. Okay, this is just like a negative family stuff, people being estranged, and you know, I'm not talking to my family, I'm not talking to my friends, you know, we broke up, this and that. That's basically like conflict, right? So now we're going to look at the Four of Cups card. I'm going to go ahead, put it up, and go ahead and pause and write down what you think it means. So, Four of Cups. Four of Cups is about being discouraged and unmotivated. So when you look at the card, you see someone kind of pouting under the tree, right? But there's on the side, there's a hand reaching out a cup. Like it's someone reaching out a helping hand. But you're so much in your feelings and in your emotions and just in your negative feelings that you don't see this helping hand coming. Okay, it's about being discouraged and unmotivated. It's temper tantrum energy. That's what I always say when I pull this card, temper tantrum energy. Okay, it's missing what's right in front of you, being stubborn. Okay, this could be also meaning like, oh, I don't need anyone's help, I could do it myself. So Four of Cups isn't such a very positive card. So the reversed in this case is positive. So when the Four of Cups is reversed, we're talking about a brand new start, seeing the beauty in things, having new ideas, meeting new people, going new places. So this is about getting out of that temper tantrum energy, seeing the help, seeing the beauty in the world, going to new places, meeting new people, just being more open, basically. Because when you look at the Four of Cups, he's like all closed off, right? So the Five of Cups, I'll go ahead and put it up, and you write down what you think it means. Okay, so the Five of Cups is another negative card when it's upright. It's about regrets. It's about disappointment, self-pity, and missed opportunities. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's very, very similar to the Four of Cups. And the reason why they're similar is because the Five of Cups obviously comes after the Four of Cups. So you could, in the Four of Cups, you saw the hand offering an opportunity, right? And the guy's like, I don't want the opportunity. Well, the Five of Cups is regret in missing that opportunity. So it's a progression. Okay, so Five of Cups reversed is about acceptance, recovery, and appreciation. Okay, it's basically the acceptance of, you know what? Yes, I missed that opportunity. I acknowledge that. I accept it. Let's move on. You know, and I'm sorry I missed that opportunity, but I appreciate it. I'm grateful for it. Thank you for offering. Okay, it's that kind of energy. Recovery, that happens to do with like if you have like some sort of addiction to something and you need to go into recovery. or you are going through recovery. So let's move on to the Six of Cups. So I'll go ahead and put it up, and you write down what you think it means. Okay, so Six of Cups. Six of Cups is about nostalgia. It's about looking fondly at the past, like thinking about fond memories, like good memories of your family, your friends. It's about your inner child. So as we grow up, we still have our inner child. Our inner child lives in what our childhood was like. So if we had a bad childhood, that bad childhood lives within us as we grow up. If we had a good childhood, that good childhood lives within us as we grow up. So if we had a bad childhood and this Six of Cups comes on, it just means that we need to heal our inner child. You know, it's like seeing a little kid that's crying and hurt, and it's like going to that child, soothing them, dressing their wounds, wiping away their tears. That's what we do energetically, spiritually to our inner child when we need it. Okay, but this is also about generosity. Okay, being willing to give. To me, it's to giving to your inner child, which is in the form of healing your inner child. That's something called shadow work. Okay, which is, I'll do a video on shadow work for you guys so you know what it is. All right, so we're gonna look at the Six of Cups reversed. So this is about clinging to the past. So let's say instead of thinking good thoughts about the past, you live in the past. Let's say like a year ago, your friend stole your bicycle. We'll go back to Bobby. Okay, Bobby stole your bicycle a year ago. And a year later, you're still angry at Bobby for stealing your bicycle. That's what we mean by clinging to the past. It's also about disconnecting from your inner child. So this is like, a lot of this stuff is more like adult stuff, but I want you guys to know I'm doing all of these spiritual videos so that you guys can start now to start healing any negativity that you have, okay? And so you can grow up and have a really beautiful life for yourself. I don't think that should only be for adults. I think that children should also be able to understand the healing process and spirituality and things like that. Anywho, disconnection from inner child. This is like, as you grow up, if you have had a really bad childhood, and and you never healed that childhood, then as you grow up, that negative inner child is going to live inside of you, in your gut, and you're just going to be kind of a sourpuss, like a Scrooge McDuck, right? So that is what the Six of Cups reverse is. Not healing any negativity, not letting go of the past, just being kind of a sourpuss. So now we're going to move on to the Seven of Cups. I'll go ahead, put it up, and you pause and write down what you think it means. Okay. So, Seven of Cups. This is about wishful thinking. So if you look at the cup, you see all of these cups with all of these different things in there. I do have in one of my decks, I have 3 different tarot decks. One of them, it's a girl, and she's like this. And there's all of these cups over her head, and they're filled with all kinds of good things. She's like, oh, this is like daydreaming. This is wishful thinking. But it's also about not being able to choose. It's like, oh, look at all of these choices, and I can't choose which one. I don't know which one to choose. That's what the Seven of Cups is. It's about fantasizing. It's about daydreaming. Okay? That's basically what the Seven of Cups is. So when it's reversed, it actually has 2 meanings when it's reversed. The first one is about being unclear. It's again about fantasy, and it's about escaping reality. Okay? It's kind of like when you're hiding from something that you're scared of. That's basically what the Seven of Cups is. Okay? Hiding from something you're scared of, but not really knowing what it is, like a ghost. Like you can't see it, but you run and hide from it. But you don't know exactly what it is because you can't see it, right? But it also means clarity. So when the Seven of Cups is face up, it's about confusion. Like, I don't know which one to pick. But when it's reversed, it's about Oh, I know exactly which one to pick. It's that one. It's about ending the confusion of I don't know which one to pick. Okay? So now we're going to move on to the Eight of Cups. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up, pause it, and write down what you think. Okay, so the Eight of Cups. If you wrote down walking away from something, you are exactly right. This is about walking away. Okay? Being tired of your situation and walking away from it to seek something else, something better. Okay? It's about looking for more, saying, you know what, where I'm at right now, I'm not happy about it. It's on YouTube. It's a show called, what was it called? Fairy Tale Theater. And within that channel, there's a fairy tale called The Boy Who Left Home to Find Out About the Shivers. And it's about a boy who's like, the shivers? What are the shivers? So he leaves home to find out about it. And it's kind of like that, like leaving to find out more about something or to find a new start. Okay? So when the Eight of Cups is reversed, it's about confusion. It's about uncertainty, being aimless, and fear. So the Eight of Cups could be where you're in a place where, well, I want to get out of here, but I'm afraid of the unknown. I'm afraid of what's out there. It's like leaving home for the first time, and you don't know what's out there, and you're kind of afraid. That's kind of what it is. But it's about confusion. Because with the Eight of Cups upright, it's about knowing where you're going, having a map, having a plan. The Eight of Cups reverse is not having a plan, being uncertain of what's out there, confused. You don't know where you're going. Okay? So that's the Eight of Cups reverse. Now we're going to move on to the Nine of Cups. Okay? So I'm going to put it up, and you pause it and write down what you think it is. Okay, so Nine of Cups. So if you look at the card, I believe it's a man, and he looks pretty pleased with himself with all of his cups, right? So the Nine of Cups is about comfort, satisfaction, emotional fulfillment, and wish fulfillment. So it's about being comfortable and satisfied where you are. And this is more so with your emotions. Like you are in touch with your emotions. You know how to handle things when you get angry or sad. You celebrate the times when you are happy and joyful. It's about emotional fulfillment. That's emotional fulfillment. When your emotions are balanced, you know how to handle your negative emotions, and you celebrate your good emotions. And it's also about wish fulfillment. It's about your wishes coming true. Okay? You wish for something and you receive it, and you have that joy in your heart, and that is the Nine of Cups. So when the Nine of Cups is reversed, however, we have unfulfilled wishes. It's like unanswered prayers, right? Unfulfilled wishes. You wish on your birthday for a bike, and you don't get it. We have dissatisfaction. Yeah, just being unhappy with the way things are around you. Just everything is crap. That's basically what dissatisfaction is. And we have being materialistic, just wanting stuff, just having stuff. Like instead of saying like, oh, stuff will make me happy. You know, I'm unhappy now, but if I get all this money, I'll be happy. If I get a brand new gaming system, I'll be happy. Or if I get the latest fashions, I'll be happy. So that's the Nine of Cups reverse. So now we're going to move on to the Ten of Cups. So I'll go ahead and put that up, and you tell me what you think it is. So the Ten of Cups is about happiness, joy, contentment in your family dynamic. With your parents, with your siblings, with your cousins, with your aunts and uncles. That's the Ten of Cups. It's about relationships and family. Just being, it's like the fairy tale scenario, happily ever after. That's basically what the Ten of Cups is. So when the Ten of Cups is reversed, we're talking about conflicts, arguments, okay, disagreements between family. and relationships. This is about a broken family. Let's say your parents are divorced. Let's say you never met one of your parents. That's the Ten of Cups reversed. And disharmony. Again, just arguments. Everyone's miserable, right? So now we're going to move into what we call the face cards. We have the Page. The Page of Cups. So I'm going to put that up, and you pause it and write down what you think it is. Okay, so the Page of Cups. Pages are students, basically. Like you as a student are a page. A page could be a student, an apprentice, like a trainee. That would be a student, page. So Page of Cups is about being open to new ideas. Okay? It's also about messages of love, messages of emotion. This is someone coming to you and saying, I love you, I care about you, you're important to me, things like that. It's also about learning, again, okay? Student and creativity. Page of Cups starts, thinks to themselves, well, you know what? I've always wanted to learn how to draw. And so the page plans to find out what do I need to learn how to draw? Well, I need paper, I need pencil, maybe some erasers, maybe some markers, things like that. Okay, it's that being open to ideas, open to learning. So when we have the Page of Cups reversed, this is about, again, we were talking about this before, the creative block. Okay, it's about being materialistic and superficial. Again, that's about just wanting stuff. Thinking stuff is going to make you happy and solve all your problems. It's also about fear. So fear really kind of like is a big thing, right? Because it represents, fear is where all of the negative emotions grow out of. So like fear is the dirt and the emotions are the flowers. Negative emotions are flowers. Lack of inspiration. Let's say the teacher tells you, okay, I want you to draw a picture of a house. And you draw a square with a triangle on top and some rectangles for the windows and doors. Well, that's not very inspired, is it? It's kind of boring. It's kind of like that. It's just like, putting no effort into it, or just being like, I don't know what a nice house looks like. It's like saying, I don't know what it looks like. I'm not inspired. Okay, so now we're actually going to move on to the Knight of Cups. I'm going to go ahead and put that up. You pause it and write down what you think it is. Okay, so moving on to the Knight of Cups. Knights are impulsive. Knights are about action, fast action. Okay, so Knights are also about declarations. So you have messages and then you have declarations. So it's kind of like a declaration is like a law. So a message is just like, oh, you shouldn't put that there. And a law is like, don't run a red light. Or a law is like, don't rob the store, right? It's also about being in touch with your emotions. So we talked about being in touch with your emotions, right? Your emotions and your intuition, which is that little voice that talks to you. Okay? It's about working. The Knight of Cups is makes decisions based on their heart, what their heart tells them. So moving on to Knight of Cups reverse, this is about being overly emotional, which we talked about, right? Temper tantrums. They get mad easily. They get sad easily. We have jealous. Yeah, jealous. People, who are really jealous. Typically, when someone's jealous of you, they talk badly about you, right? Inability to take action. So if your parents told you to go and clean your room, and you're like, no, I'm not going to clean my room. I can't clean my room right now because of this or that, or I don't want to clean my room. Or you go into your room to clean it and you just lay on the bed and be on your phone or watch TV or do whatever. So now we're moving on to the Queen of Cups. So I'll put her up and you write down what you think it is. So Queen of Cups, she represents compassion, caring, sensitivity, nurturing, and intuition. So compassion is about, let's say you're walking with your friend and they fall down and twist their ankle. Compassion is, getting down on the ground and saying, making sure that, are you okay? Do you need a doctor? Or are you okay? Do you need me to call the ambulance? Do you want me to call your parents? It's caring. It's showing caring to other people. We have sensitivity, which is it's the same as compassion, being sensitive to other people's emotions. Nurturing, which is taking care of people and yourself. This is all about self-compassion, self-nurturing. It's also about intuition, listening to that little voice. So when the Queen of Cups is reversed, this is about out of emotional sync, which means that you're disconnected emotionally. This could be, let's say someone passes away and you don't cry, or your reaction is laughing about it or making jokes about it, okay? Emotional instability, which is basically the same thing, and overthinking. Which could be like being a perfectionist, right? So finally we have the King of Cups. So I'll put the King of Cups up and you let me know what you think the King of Cups is about. Okay, so King of Cups is about generosity, being generous, being in control, not controlling, but being in control of your emotions, in control of your reactions. An emotional balance. So basically the King of Cups balances their emotion with their logic. Okay, so they won't make a decision based only off of emotion, and they won't make a decision based only off of their logic. They'll weigh both sides. Creativity, being creative, tapping into your creativity. What is it? What is a talent you have? It could be creative talent. It could be drawing, painting, storytelling, decorating, things like that. We also have emotion, of course, it's cups, right? And the unconscious, which is cups again, about being present, about being aware, not living in the past, not living in the future, but living in the now. So now we're going to look at the King of Cups reverse. This is about being volatile. Volatile is basically just kind of being like kind of crazy, like kind of like a chihuahua. That's kind of volatile. When chihuahuas get mad and start barking, that's volatile. Manipulative. Manipulation, if you don't know what manipulative means, manipulation is like, let's look at social media. There's been a huge thing going around about the TikTok beggars, people going on TikTok and begging for money. And they all have these sad stories. Oh, I'm homeless. Oh, I have this horrible illness. Oh, this, oh, that. And they use that to get money, right? That is manipulation. Moody. Okay, not having a constant mood. 1 minute you're in a really good mood. Next minute you're angry. That's moody. It's like a swing, right? Imbalance. It's kind of the same thing. Not having balance in your emotions. And finally, controlling. Controlling situations, controlling people, things like that. It's like the negative type of controlling. So that was the Suit of Cups. I think next week, is it next week? No, I think I'm doing another one this week. I think I'm doing the Suit of Wands this week. So that was my video for spirituality and tarot for kids and teens, the Suit of Cups. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. On this channel, I also do tarot readings and astrology stuff too, if you want to see how all of that stuff works. And don't worry if parents are watching, I don't really cuss in these videos. I don't like it. I don't say the F word. I rarely ever say the other words. And if I do, I usually disguise them because I'm not a cusser. I'm not a swearer. Exactly, and she keeps me in check. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. All of my information is down below. So have a beautiful day, week, weekend, month, year, life. Remember to live in and spread love, joy, compassion, gratitude, kindness, peace, and enlightenment. And I will see you next time.
Bye.